Now we will be seeing how smart locators work in testing. So for that we are going to use this website as a sample test. So let's just record a test and then see how smart locators work. So first change your URL, base URL to that this link, and then just click on start recording. So it will open this website, and here you can just enter the username Tom Smith, and then here enter the password. So just copy it, paste it, and click on login. So it logged you in. After that, click on logout and then stop the recording. So here we have now few steps. Click on username, enter username, click on password, then delete this, which I just copy it. So enter username, enter click password, and it's so delete this one, click password, set password, login, and logout. So these are the steps. So as we know, each element has a locator. In order to locate it from a page, let's say this username, if we click on inspect, this username has a text type, name, username, ID, class, or if you just see its XPath like div, then label, or you can also create its CSS selector by using username, ID, or it's like this class. You can also use this div class to get this element. So this particular element has multiple locators. So let's say in future, if this username change it to name, so what will happen? So if we have created a script and we have used that username and it's now changed to the name, so it will affect on our script. But in testing is using smart locators. What they do like for that, you just have to come here and click on any element and go to its properties. Here you will be seeing this option like target element, and hover over it and then click on view locators. So yeah, here you can see multiple locators for this one particular element. So what it do, so whenever we are recording and we are doing actions like we are recording capturing steps, so what testim do, it captures all possible locators of that particular element. Like this username can have has like input field, input tag name, its ID, or you can say type, name, its XPath, its parent, or its child's. So each and everything has been collected here. So if you just click on this drop down, it will show you like here its ID, username, type, text, name, username, input is its tag, index 2 from top. So all locators are here and selected. So here you can see its confidence level, like what's its confidence that it will work or not. So these are the target elements, and here you can see its parents, like it has a class large and small, it has a class columns, tag, div, index from top one, it has a child, text, for username. So all of these can be used. If let's say we don't want to use ID, so it will not use this locator, it will use this type or username or what will be suitable. So what you can do more is you can also edit this locator. So just click on edit, and here you can see attribute name match if it's equal to this value. So here you can change the locator. You can also change the condition like equals, contains, or start with, or end with. Then just click on update, it will update the locator. So you can update the locator, you can select which locator you want to use. You can unselect it again, or you can also see their confidence score, or you can also filter them. Like if you just click on this meter icon, it will show you the like threshold, like which locator you want to use, or like you want to use multiple locators which have a low confidence, high confidence, or strict or very high confidence. Like if you select very high and click on OK, so it will use only those locators which have high confidence. Like there its ID, it has 5 stars, so it will be used. Here they have 3 star or 1 star, so they will not be used. And there is the text username, so this can be used. So it will be using these locators instead of low confidence locators. If one matches, if it doesn't match, then it will use the second one. If that doesn't match, if it will use the third one and the fourth one. And here's one more thing. What you can do is like click on this icon, it will show you its presence. Like here, yeah. If you just go back and click again, and you can see that purple line on there. And if you just click on this parent element, it will again there you can show you that this element is located where. If you just again come back down, click on this, it will show you that other element. So that's how these elements have been collected, and they can be used like if one element changes. So let's say in future this changes, this name has been changed, so it will use the other element. So that's how smart locators work in testing. So you don't need to worry about like if its class name changes or its path will be changed, so what will happen to your test. So test team is taking care of that. Test team use AI based smart locators that automatically update themselves. So now you have a great understanding how smart locators work. You can also reassign those locators. If you just go back and you here you can see view locators. Here there is one more option like reassign. So if you just click on reassign, you can select that element which you want to reassign. Like before it was username, now you can use it here. And if you look carefully at the bottom of the page, there you can see its path like div and form here this. So if you want to, let's say you want to use this, click on it and it will be reassigned. So guys, if you like my video, then please share it and subscribe my channel.